What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Project Half Marathon. It's taken me a while to get this one out. I have been taking about a week and a half off from training. Not completely off, but really taking the volume down, doing a little bit more maintenance, a little more recovery, just because I've got a good opportunity to do so before I get into the half marathon and the marathon that I want to run, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've got 8-ish half marathons I'm looking at and 3 or 4 different marathons that I'm thinking about doing. I've got to just figure out how it fits with my family schedule, because that's a big part of what I'm doing. And then once I get signed up, I'll make sure that I tailor my training to how many weeks I've got before I've got to do those distances at the speeds that I want to get done. In this video, I do a very easy 4-mile recovery run and cover 4 mistakes that any runner can make. These are stuff that's very, very simple to slip into. No matter what level runner you are, if you've just started, if you've been doing it for years, you've been doing it for decades. These are 4 things that are very easy to happen, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Good morning. In this training for the half marathon, I think I got ahead of myself and started increasing my volume way too fast, which I even said in the Instagram post is like the #1 mistake that I make as a runner. I did it again, and I'm not hurt, but I do feel a little bit of something creeping up. So today is just going to be a super easy 4 miles. Very easy. I'm not going to push it at all. Just want to get it done. This week is a fairly good distance away from the half marathon, and especially from the marathon I want to do. And I still haven't signed up, so I can like adjust my timing for what I need it to be. But I'm kind of considering this like not a taper week, but like a down week, like a recovery week, so to speak. There's a lot of traffic out here, but I've just got to scale back a little bit because I do not want to actually be injured. But I also want to find out if it's just I'm stiff, I'm sore, I'm tired, I'm not sleeping great, whatever it may be. So 4 miles, super easy. So I said it was going to be 4 easy, and I just got done with mile 1, and the mile time was 9 minutes and 47 seconds. And, you know, when it's an easy run, it should be an easy run, and that's okay, because it's all about building, not about testing. I woke up this morning, and I just thought, there's no way I can go run. There's no way I can do a big distance, no way I can do a speed day. So I got up, and I went to the gym first. I did shoulders today. And then I was like, you know, I've got time, so why don't I just go run? And I decided I was gonna do the 4 easy miles. So it's a short run, and it's an easy run. I'm not worried about monitoring my heart rate. I'm not worried about my times. I'm just running. And now that I did it, I've decided that I do kind of believe that it's a very important thing to occasionally just go. Remember why you started running, why you enjoy it. Because this is fun. It's not hard. I'm not pushing myself. I'm just enjoying it. And that's all what it's all about. So mistake #1, which I had kind of alluded to when I was getting ready to warm up before the run, was that I've increased my distance, my volume per week too quick. And the reason that's a big deal is just too much impact. It's not that running hurts you, it's that too much running can hurt you. You have to do progressive overload. And sometimes I can slip into aggressive overload because I feel good. And then 2 days later, you don't. And I'd mentioned that I'm not injured, but I do feel some spots creeping up that are tender. And at least at this pace, this doesn't bother it. So the rule of thumb that you hear to prevent mistake number one, which is too much volume, is to only increase your weekly mileage by 10%. And I know that, and I have done that most of the time. But this past 2 weeks, I've not even followed that close. So I gotta take my own advice, and I gotta sort my mileage out and just creep up to these half marathon and marathon distance training sessions and race distances. I missed mile 2 on my watch because I was talking, but based off what I've been looking at, it was probably somewhere around 9:20, 9:30. Mistake number 2 is not getting in a proper warm-up, and I'm very bad with that. So I'll start running and know what my plan is and come out of the gates trying to nail that plan. And you know, I've just woken up most of the time. It's early, and I don't have all day to mess around with it, so I just start running. Now today, when I'm doing this easy run, I have started off really slow, which means I have really eased my way into this run, and I can tell that my body's doing better because of it. Mistake number 3 is lack of, I don't know, self-awareness, or in my case, choosing not to be self-aware and having a plan and having an objective and sticking to that regardless of how you feel or how you've slept or if you're already hurt. So sometimes you have to auto-regulate. And let's not misinterpret this. I'm not saying you should always cut corners and take it easy. If it's just a simple lack of motivation or something you just don't want to do, but you need to, get up and go do it. But if you know you didn't sleep good, if you know you've got some kind of injury or whatever it may be, you might have to take it easy. And that's what I've done today. In the past, I didn't do that. So I'm trying to really be better about the building process. I've never trained for races before. So if I got up and I'm supposed to do 8 miles, like, that was race day for me. But now I know better. Well, I say I know better, but I still make the same mistakes. I know better and I try to be better. And, you know, these mistakes I'm talking about, if you dig further into them, they're almost all injury prevention. If you're healthy, you can run. And I know I made an Instagram post the other day about how injury prevention is simple, but not easy. And I mean that. It is simple. Sleep well, eat well, warm up well, plan well, make sure you can handle what the day brings, change if needed. But it's not always easy to do that. And I, probably like a lot of people, fall into the same mistakes over and over because it's a habit, or it's maybe it's a little chip on my shoulder that I don't ever want to have easy days. I don't ever want to say, here's the plan for the day, and then not get it done. I don't like that. But I also don't like being hurt, because if you're hurt, then every day is going to be a letdown. So maybe sometimes you need to take that letdown for the greater good. Today, I'm trying to do that. Just for very easy. I've barely gotten below a 9-minute pace at any point on this run, which is not me lately. But hopefully that allows me to be me in days coming. Mistake number 4 is mismanaged recovery and preparation. And those can be seemingly opposites, but to me, they are constantly overlapping. So you go on a big run and you don't recover, okay? you don't get enough rest, you don't get enough or the correct nutrition, you don't rehydrate, you don't replenish your electrolytes, any of that. Okay, that doesn't matter unless you have something else coming up. And for people who like to train, who are trying to do the right thing, who have races or goals, you've always got something else coming up. So your recovery is only necessary because you're preparing for the next thing, the next day, the next run. And with the diet, it certainly matters to get the calories you need, get the nutrients you need to recover from that run, but also to prepare for the next one. And you gotta sleep. I think it's very important to stretch, and you know, not necessarily right before you run or right after, but in general, you've got to be mobile. And I feel like I do okay with recovery now. I'll still overdo it in my workouts, but I'll try to do the other stuff. If I need to stretch, I stretch. If I need to ice, I ice. If I need to rest, I try to rest. If I feel like I have a deficiency in something, and that could be anything. It could be lack of hydration, could be electrolytes, could be feeling like I don't have any energy from not enough carbs, could be my calves don't feel great, so I do some more calf stretching or calf workouts, you know, little things. And the last part of this, mistake number 4, is sleep. I heard someone talking on a podcast one time that if sleep wasn't a mandatory thing your body did, it would be banned in professional athletics because of how much it enhances your performance and everything like that. So that's just a little anecdote of how important it is and how beneficial it is. And that's probably my number 1 mistake right now, is I'm not sleeping enough. I've not quite figured out what my issue is. Sometimes it's kids waking me up, which is normal for parents. Sometimes I just can't fall asleep. And I think that it might be because we have a 6-month-old in the house. And, you know, for the past 6 months, I've been sleeping a little lighter to be prepared to hear him and help him and do what needs to be done so my wife can keep sleeping. And I'm not passing blame anywhere. I'm happy to do that. But that does mean I sleep less, which means I gotta take care of stuff outside of that almost perfect to get it right. And so I didn't sleep great last night. So that's another contributing factor to deciding not to do my speed day and to just do 4. And since I was just doing 4, that means I had more time. So I went to the gym too. All those are good things. Running and lifting, both healthy, both good. So I'm still getting plenty of benefit from the day, even without doing what I had planned on doing. So there it is, 4 miles, 4 mistakes a lot of runners, including myself, make. Let's look at what the miles were. Average pace was 9:28, perfect. 9:47, 9:34, 9:18, 9:19. So I still got quicker as I got into it. Got good and warmed up. Today ended up being more of a recovery day than a training day, which still is a training day. But got to go over 4 mistakes that I definitely make and that I have heard other runners make too, and maybe some ways to prevent them. So that is episode 2 complete. There should be plenty more videos in Project Half Marathon because I've got a good training block ahead of me. Gonna cover how I'm setting up speed days, what I'm doing for diet, what I'm doing for recovery, what I'm doing for warm-ups, the gear that I'm using, anything and everything. If you've got something you'd like to know or like me to cover, just hit a comment or find me on Instagram at Joe Runs and Stuff, and shoot me a message or comment on a post there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.